Hey everybody, it's Miss A and I am here with a math video. So one of our standards says that students have to learn how to manipulate a protractor. This device calculates in degrees the measurement of the angles. So for example, if I have this angle here, what I have to do is I take my vertex and I line it up in the middle, and I line up one of my rays on the 0 line. So it just depends on whichever way it's facing, but one of the rays has to point to 0, just like this one is here. Here's the 0. I then take my other arm and I figure out where it's pointing to here. The good thing about this protractor, it connects, so it lets me know. So this angle measures 65 degrees. So this is an acute angle that measures 65 degrees because it creates this angle, and we look on the inside here and it points to right here, which is 65 degrees. So let me draw this one. Again, you place the vertex and then you line up your ray. So you see how my ray is lined up at 0, and then I point my other ray right there, and this angle measures 87 degrees, so it's just under a right triangle. Measures 87 degrees. So when we use, let's say, our anglets, and we want to create an angle, let's say we needed to create an angle that is 54 degrees. We would line up our one ray on 0, and you see how it points to 0, and then we would take our other ray and we would go to 54 degrees. And if I were to put this right on top just to help me, that's 51, 2, 3, and 4. So my line should be right here. This angle that I've created is 54 degrees. All right, let's say I wanted to do let's say our angle was facing the opposite direction. You see how there are zeros on both sides? I'll bring it up nice and close. We've got zeros on both sides. If the open part of the angle is facing to the right, you're going to use the inside numbers. If the open part is facing to the left, you're going to use the outside numbers. All right, so it just depends on where the open part is facing. So again, I line up, put my vertex on the little bumper right there in the circle. And let's say I wanted to make an angle that was 132 degrees. Remember, I am using the top number since the open part is facing to the left. So 0 to 132 is right here, and that is my obtuse angle of 132 degrees. Let me turn this over so I don't have to look at that. All right. Say part of the directions are you need to create an angle that is right. So again, I line up my vertex, and you see how this arm is pointing to 0. Since it's open to the right, we're looking at the bottom numbers. And then I line up my second ray at 90, and that gives me my right angle. And it's a right angle no matter which way it faces. If it faces this way, it still should equal 90 degrees. 0, and lines up right at 90. So this is my right angle. All right, again, protractors it's actually part of a circle, and it really looks like this, honestly. It is part of a circle, so the whole circle equals 360 degrees. All right. If the open part is facing to the right, you use the inside numbers. If the open part is to the left, we use the outside numbers. And you always have to line up one of your rays at 0 and then calculate where the other ray is using your measurements. Thanks for watching, everybody.